Hi, Kathy here from Kathy's Cute Creations. Today I am going to make a heating pad for my neck. I'm making it up as I go along. I'm going to take you over here to the table and show you what I'm doing to make it. I'm making this out of towel, and I just so happened was at Walmart yesterday, and they had hand towels, which are pretty decent. I'll show you this one that I got. It's kind of thick. They were $2 a piece. Here's that towel I was talking to you about. It's 100% cotton, and since I'm going to put this in the microwave to heat it, I wanted to make sure it was cotton. The fabric is also cotton. I think because I'm going to go ahead and quilt it, that if I go the short distance of the towel, it's going to be too short to go around my neck. It's not going to be coming down here enough. So I thought that I would fold it twice, like this, and then make the bag, and then that should be really good. And then this way, if I want to get this, if I want to put it in the sink and get it wet and then microwave it, I could do that also. I had to put something else, something more on it. It's a little cold up here, and I'm freezing to death. So here we go. I'm going to square it off first. I figure I'm going to leave probably about 1 inch for the seam just to be safe. Which will take us to there. So that ends up being 7 inches. I did take the tag out of the, oops, I didn't get it in, out of the towel, and it did say 100% cotton. I guess I'm not, my blade doesn't go back that far. All right. And this is folded in half, but I think I need a little bit more because this is longer than that fabric. There we go. Okay. Now I'll just put the towel to it, and I'm trying to think whether I should go ahead and put some other fabric. I think I'm going to, I'm trying to think, I don't want to make it too thick, or then it won't be comfortable, but I'd prefer to make this sort of like a pillow slip so that I can take that off if it gets dirty. So I'm trying to think what I should be using. I know what I'm going to use. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I went ahead and I got some muslin. And that's what I'm going to put. I'm going to cut it extra large. As a matter of fact, I'm going to cut it the same thing as the other. 7 inches. And I got lots of room to play. And then I'm going to put it on each side of that towel. What I'll do, I'm going to take this. I'm going to have to sew it together because this did not have a half seam. So I'm going to sew these together, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to sandwich it. Here's the sewing machine. My first thing I'm going to do, because I already know that this is too long, is I'm going to go ahead and fold this under. What I'm going to end up doing is cutting off the bottom of it. I want to go ahead and put my hem in it here, more or less. So I'm going to go ahead and just fold this up, because this is the top. I probably ought to change my thread and put pink thread in here, so at least it can look really nice. Let me put my pin in here. I can do that. So if you're following along and you're making yourself one, all I did was rolled it under and rolled it under. I'm hoping it's the right. Let's just check it out. Okay. And I am going on the edge of that, right where that little opening is in my foot is where I'm doing that. I wonder if that's going to need to be up or down. Let's see. Oh, I did it. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I better change my needle. I don't know if I said it in my birds, but when I was doing all of that applique, I was having a horrible time at the very beginning. Ended up putting a 10-inch needle in there. But that was unusual because I've never used a 10-inch needle before. Now I'm going back to at 12. Okay, now it acts like there's something. Oh, here we go. Let's see, it's pulling for some reason. I didn't have my tension released. All right, let's put this one on there. I did, however, get the black fabric in for my order for the barn quilt. So I will do I think my next video, I'll talk about that barn quilt. And I'll tell you how much fabric you're going to need if you want to follow along with me. I've already looked at it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be using all those colors or if I'm going to add, because I have a black that I like. There's others out there going to make this quilt. They're going to use their scrappy fabric. They're not going to be using the black and white. And it's not really even black and white. I think one of the pieces was gray. But like I said, I'll show you in the next video, and then we'll talk about it. Because I get my boxes really, really late. But like I said, the right side of the barn and the top are all the same exact size. And I did get the pattern. I didn't get the, forgot to cut that. I didn't get the inside of the barn. All the barns are facing to the left, I believe. So the part that makes up the body of the barn, which I used to call the barn doors, that part I didn't get. But I did get all the tops and all the sides, I believe. So this way you could just sit and cut all your pieces out, since they're all going to be the same size. Pick out your fabric and do everything but the one little piece that goes in the middle, which won't take any time at all. I'll finish pinning this and then I'll be right back. Alright, I have this right hand side pretty well pinned. I'm going to go ahead and do my 1/4 inch. Just right there. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Jeez. Alright, so I think that is probably long enough. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side and then across the bottom. And then I will be back. So what I've done is I took it over to the table and I've pinned it. I just sight pinned it. I didn't measure anything. So that this would lay over and come to the edge. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at the longest length, sort of like a basting stitch, and sew down here just to hold these pieces together. That's all I'm doing. Let me go get my walking foot and we'll put that on here and see if that works better. Hold on one second. Okay, for those that don't know anything about a walking foot, the reason that this is an advantage whenever you've got thick fabric or you have flannels, not flannel, I'm sorry, fleece, terry cloth, that kind of thing, is that when you have your sewing machine without this foot on, it just has your regular foot on it, your foot doesn't move. The feet down here are constantly moving, and that's what's moving your fabric. That's why you don't have to pull on your fabric when you're sewing. When you put a walking foot on, these feet are moving also, so they're moving the fabric together, the top as well as the bottom. That's why this is considered a dual feed. I guess I could use my clips. There we go. Okay, there we go. Just slowly pull it along then. This won't go too fast. Watch this little, see if you can watch this little piece of plastic right here. I don't know if you can see that. I can't really get you any closer. But if you can see this little piece of plastic, it's going down on the fabric. Let's see here. And trying to grab it and pull it. See? That's that dual feed working. And gotta work with what you got. Off the edge here. Let's see if I can back that up. Let's see here. Okay. Alright. There you go. So I've got it together. Like I said, just ad-libbing here. I have no clue. Let's see. If I can go down 2 times. Let's move it over here. Big thing is going to be keeping it lined up. And let's do this here. Just to hold that between here. It's close to the edge. Let's see here. How much have I got? Nope. Let's see if I can go to the other side. Feed that here. Okay, here we go. Well, I came back on because I want to let you know that my needle broke about the time I was thinking maybe I need a thicker needle. So that's exactly what I did after this one broke. Let's see if that's going to help. Oh yeah, that helped a lot. Okay. You can already tell that it helped because it's pulling it right along while I'm trying to fix it. Alright, there we go. I'm going to come off the edge here. Alright, let's lock it in place. There we go. Okay. That wasn't too bad. Alright, I'm going to do the other side. Then I'll be right back. Right, I managed to go around the whole entire thing. And yes, I am going to be using kinking shears to cut this outer edge. And I'm going to do the whole thing like that. I'll be right back. And that thing fits like a glove. And those little kitty cats, those are cute. But if I flip it over, same on the back. So that should fit my neck. Comes to right here. That's where it's at. See, right there. So it fits really, really good. So I'm going to take it downstairs. I'm going to heat that thing up. I was going to say heat that puppy, but I'm going to have to say heat those kitties and put it around my neck and see if it works. Okay, so I heated it up in my microwave. So that's it. If you like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.